Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, how are we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well. We are going to sort of jump right into it. No, my call-ins are on Fridays only. You know, I'm not even gonna go in first. What we're gonna do is we are going to share the first and then the second follow-up video. This is the same lady. Then we're gonna get into it because I don't really want to start talking without y'all knowing exactly what I'm talking about. So this young lady, I'm just gonna let you hear it. I might have to run it twice because I want y'all to hear from the very, very beginning.
Out there for everybody, and what one woman is not willing to accept, another woman is there with her hands out waiting for crumbs. That's exactly the situation that reminds me of this whole Nelly and Ashanti relationship, right? He was with that other woman for nearly a decade. And she went on that show and she said, I don't want to be just a baby mama. I want to be a wife. Like I want it to be love, marriage, baby, and in that order. And in that order. And we don't know why they broke up, or at least I don't know why they broke up. And now he's rebounding with Ashanti. And let's just call it what it is. It's a rebound, sis. Like, it's a rebound. I hate to see Ashanti going out bad like this, because honestly, when I saw that she was pregnant, in my head, I said, yikes. Because already, sis, and why didn't you make him marry you? But this is a middle-aged man who did not marry the woman that he was engaged to for 7 years. And he's probably not going to marry Ashanti either. And if we're really keeping it above, remember when I told y'all that there's somebody out there for everybody, and what one woman is not willing to.
Now, that was the first video. We're going to talk about the deflection in the comment section. A lot of women too comfortable not minding their own business. Why do people think marriage is a flex? Then one person says a widow with a toddler is bigger than a piece of paper. Get married. Right? Rich people don't really benefit from marriage. Cap. Let's all stop worrying about what other folks do with their lives and bodies. Or hear me out. We could just mind our own business and let grown folks do what they want. How do you even know Ashanti want to be married? I wish people would stop trying to push their beliefs onto others. Leave them people alone. Mind y'all business. Oh, I'm gonna cook that. Because all y'all do all day is mind everybody business. The whole internet. You from one social media platform to the next, minding everybody business. You in the comment section right now of that lady minding her business. This is the follow-up.
Will never advance, why we will never catch up to other groups. We could sit and ponder and talk and think about all these ways that Black Americans have been disadvantaged, which is true. But let me tell you why today Black Americans will never advance. We not only accept mediocrity in our community, we applaud it, we encourage it, and we celebrate it. Now, when I'm telling Black women to stop accepting crumbs of being a baby mother, because being a baby mother off rip is going to be a struggle, not only for you, but for your fatherless child, I get pushback on that. Why am I getting pushback for telling a Black woman that it's not a positive to be a baby mother? Are y'all okay? Black Americans too often have the rhetoric of, well, if it makes them happy, I mean, who am I to, we got to let them be whatever makes them happy. Black Americans chase what makes them happy instead of chasing a purpose. I know that as a Black woman in this country, my purpose is to advance my group. So yes, I'm going to tell y'all why Black Americans will never advance, why we will never. So yes, I'm going to tell Black women, stop having children out of wedlock. What are you doing? You're going out bad. You look crazy as hell. Yes, I'm going to say that because we too often will go to a Black unwed single mother's baby shower and bring the baby shower meatballs and clap. Meanwhile, the baby father nowhere to be around. But when little Johnny turns 13, picks up a gun and joins a gang, we're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Well, you were just applauding the single motherhood that probably resulted in the gang violence. Now, am I saying that every single mother and every child of a single mother gets into gangs or becomes a negative statistic? No, but we. So yes, I'm going to tell Black women, stop having children out of wedlock.
So, let me go
what are you
back.
doing? You're going.
They talking about ain't no comments. It was comments just a little while ago. Anyway. So we watched those two videos so that y'all can have a clear understanding of the videos that sparked this conversation. First of all, they try to deflect. You just minding Ashanti's business. It's not about Ashanti or Nelly. It's not about them per se. She just used them as a springboard for the conversation. She started that conversation saying how what one woman won't take, another one will take crumbs. Nelly was engaged to another woman for like 7 years or so. Engaged. She never married her. Ashanti and Nelly was together back in the day. They broke up, whatever. He got with somebody else. She may have got with somebody else, whatever. Now, within the recent year or two or whatever, Ashanti and Nelly have reconnected romantically. Okay? They are not married to our knowledge. It's going, I don't know if it's rumors or confirmed, but Ashanti is pregnant. Unmarried. This isn't about Ashanti. This is about why Black women specifically advocate, celebrate, encourage single baby motherhood. We the only group that do that. We the only group that do that. Are there single mothers? There's white single mothers. There's Mexican single mothers. There's even some Asian single mothers somewhere. There's some African single mothers. But American Black women, it's always us. Always got to be us. We will put up every argument to deflect away from why do we have the highest number of single motherhood. And not only we have the highest number of that, we celebrate and encourage that. We encourage it. It's not simply something that happens. This is something that we make into this wonderful, awesome thing that you got to do. And the main recent type of deflection now is, well, marriage is not a flex. You don't got to get married. Being married don't guarantee you to not be a single baby mama, but being a single baby mama guarantee you'll be a single baby mama though. We are only group that will do everything except say to ourselves, you know what? We do need to make better choices. We do need to do better than what we're doing. We the only group that like to accept the bare bottom of the barrel, bottom of the shoe type of values and mindset and outlook on life. And then we want the whole world to look at us and have all this respect and have all this reverence for who we are. And we hate who we are. We make every excuse to remain in a situation where we can claim victimhood. We make every excuse. We never say collectively to ourselves, you know what? There are things, there are decisions that I can make or stop making that may give me a better chance at a better outcome. When those things are talked about, when those things are brought to the forefront, when someone brings these things to the forefront, particularly since for the purposes of this conversation, we're talking about baby mamahood. One of the first things that they like to say is, well, we're not looking to be baby mamas. Yes, you do. You stand in the very line to be a baby mama. You sign up every day, generation after generation of you. Because when Black women do come along and say, hey, sis, we need to think higher than that. What about commitments in these relationships? Before we bring children into the world, we already, quote unquote, hear women talk about how difficult it is to raise a child by yourself and blah, 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 blah. So let's at least make the attempt to bring children into the world in the best possible circumstances that we can. Ain't no guarantee of nothing. Nothing is guaranteed. Your next breath is not guaranteed, but you ain't holding it either. Your next breath not guaranteed, but I don't hear nobody talking about, well, you know, I might as well not breathe because I may not be able to take a next breath. And you know, breathing don't ensure you're gonna be alive. So we might as well, I'm better off not breathing, because even if I breathe, that ain't ever stopped nobody from dying. You see how stupid that sounds? All we do as a group of women is make excuses. Somebody tell us we're being too masculine. Instead of saying, you know what? Let's think about that for a minute. And we are, and you will never hear a Black woman say Black women ain't masculine. As a group, you never, what they'll do is, well, why are we masculine? Why are you masculine? Because you will ask that question, but you will never answer it. Then you want to go all the way back to this circumstances you never lived through. Now all of a sudden you can see all of the ills and the traps of society, and still at the end of that conversation, you won't say, you know what? Since I understand the problem, that I understand the solution. No solution. Then you'll come somewhere talking about we gotta have solutions. Everybody talking about what's the problem with black women, but don't nobody talk about the solution. We'll give you the solution. You will do everything but take a close examination of your value system and switch it. You will do everything as a group of women but take accountability for the decisions that you make in your own life, the advice you give to others, the way you raise your daughters. You will do everything but take accountability for your actions, both individually and collectively. Today is not the day. Do you want to come up here and talk about it? Why are you worried about what other women do? Why not focus on what you're doing? I am focusing on what I'm doing. Today is not the day. I can give you the link. Because what let's talk about it. What other women do has ruined the black community because y'all don't take no accountability for nothing. Nothing. Not one bad decision is ever your fault. Ever. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always some circumstance. There's always some external reason. Instead of looking at the mirror and saying, you know what? It's me. It's me. I made the wrong decision. We celebrate that single baby mother Kendra G show. And I hate to harp on it. But her show, don't nothing happen. Every night there's baby mama after baby mama. They be having 3, 4, 5. At some point, one time I seen 8 or 9 children. No husbands. No husband. Never was a husband. Each child got their own father. None of them married her. She ain't with nobody and got the audacity to be somewhere trying to look for a man. Then don't want nobody to judge her. Don't want Kendra to ask her no questions about how she got into that situation. Why would she do that same thing if it was bad and it didn't put her in a good position? Why did you make that same decision 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? But black women can't be asked no questions. To sit down and make her think about the decisions that she has made in her life to get her where she at right now. Now we want to talk about what the men did and how they left. Left what? Y'all be meeting men and getting pregnant within the space of 4 to 6 months of meeting somebody. You got 2 minutes to come up or be blocked. We're not doing it today. I'm talking to Tolivity. Because you don't have nothing to say. Get this hyena out of my room. I don't want this hyena's name to pop up no more. You the very one I'm talking to. Y'all don't get to come twerk in my comment section and my chat. You don't get to come twerk here. Twerk somewhere else. Because if you're not going to talk like a human being, you don't get the privilege in my chat room. We're the only group that love this dysfunction. We love it. How dare y'all? How dare y'all back feet sit up here and talk about what kind of families you want? How dare y'all talk about the men and being deadbeats and bums? How dare you? Y'all hate families. I'll prove it. This right here is a post that said Black love at ages 102 and 98. This Arkansas couple celebrate 84 years of marriage, possibly the longest active marriage in America. This is a Black man and a Black woman. It says Cleovis and Arwilda Whiteside have been married for 84 years, and their friends and families could not pass up the chance to celebrate. From 1939 to the present day, 102-year-old Cleovis and 98-year-old Arwilda reflected over their years of marriage and crediting God as the reason for their success. And what are people worried about in the comment section? We all went to the calculator app, right? I know she went through it all with that man. I'm not one of them. Blessings, though. Y'all find negativity in literally everything. This is beautiful, and a 4-year age difference does not make her a victim, because they were saying that she's a victim. The loyalty is admirable, but an 18-year-old married to a 14-year-old is wild. This gives me Color Purple vibes. I think back then, older men married younger women because they wanted someone young and naive to control, and they knew she wasn't going to leave. They also knew she would take care of him when he got old and broke down. Marriages don't last anymore because women not putting up with that BS anymore. Girlie is a victim. She's a victim. It's my mathing. Talking about because she was 14. Let me tell you something about that woman. That woman, without knowing her, without knowing nothing about her, I can guarantee you that when she was 14, she was more mature than a lot of y'all 40-year-old hyenas out here. Because you know what she was able to do? Maintain a relationship from 14. You 45 and can't do it. She was 14. Managed to stay. This woman literally been married her whole life. Likely she was a virgin when she married that man. So she only had one man. One. For 84 years. And since 14, the tender age of 14, she had enough sense and enough maturity to follow her husband's SOS. He's nothing but 4 years older than her. To put herself under submission to him, to have children by him, to maintain her femininity and her womanhood for 84 years with that same man. Well into his hundreds, and she close behind him. I bet you anything in the world, the sun still rises and set on her for him and him for her. They done went through a bunch of stuff together. You know why? Because at 84 years ago in 1939, a 14-year-old Black girl in America had enough sense to understand that every day is not about her being happy in some whimsical, magical world, but that marriage would be something that, although she was unable to see the future, she was willing to stick by and understood that there would be happy times, but there will also be challenging times. And she was willing and able to endure both the peak and the valley of life and of marriage. Y'all, 56 years old, getting on Kendra G, talking about you got 4-5 kids, and he got to make $200,000 for you and that little raggedy, old, used funk box that you think still work and that you think somebody won't. You can't keep a man interested enough in you to text you for a week. And you want to get on social media and try to talk about how a woman 84 years ago was a victim of something. If you don't all the way, boop, knock that all the way off. Y'all pathetic. Marriage ain't a flex. Neither is running around here hoeing and having trains ran on you and every man in your vicinity know how your coochie feel. That ain't a flex either, but you can't convince you that it ain't. All y'all hoeing around here with these little OnlyFans and these little amateur porn videos ain't a flex either. Having every STD known to man and passing it around ain't a flex either, but you say that. Having 10 kids and 8 baby daddies ain't a flex either, but you get somewhere loud and proud and say that foolishness. Is it a flex when y'all get on TikTok to cry about how y'all ain't got no man? Is that a flex? Tell me where the flex is at. Getting flued out to Dubai to be some dude's toilet seat. Is that a flex? Tell me where the flex is at. Getting on social media because you too lame, awkward, and stupid to be able to network and communicate with people in real life. So social media is your only outlet for the outside world. So that's why you share every intimate detail of your stupid, lonely, pathetic life on it. Is that the flex? That the flex we're looking for? That a flex? Hmm. Is it a flex to be on social media and be known as the worst mothers in the whole entire world? That's the flex. Being known as some of the most obese, out of shape women, is that the flex? Too lazy to go to the gym, but not too lazy to lay on somebody's back room table to get fix a flat put in your booty so you can die 2 years later from complications? Is that the flex? I want to know where the flex is at. Hmm? Is it a flex waking up every morning and having to spend 2 hours in the bathroom because you a Miss Potato Head because you can't tolerate the whole world to see you as you was born out your mother's womb and stand here today? Is that the flex? Is that the flex? I want to know where the flex is at. Please, somebody tell me. You can't tolerate the world to see you as you are because you can't tolerate who you are as you are. So you put on everything fake from the head to the toe, and even your conversation is fake. Is that the flex? Is it a flex getting on social media to tell everybody that you don't eat at the Cheesecake Factory? Meanwhile, you just got through downing 2 quarter pounders with cheese and a McRib and some pop made out of a substance you know not of. They told you it was beef and chicken, but you don't know where it come from. So that when you are 52 years old, you have diabetes, kidney failure, and cancer of the breast and the cervix. Is that the flex? Hmm? Is it a flex that your life is so bad that you got to drink and smoke and have sex with any man that'll have you just so you could get away from the realities of the life and the choices that you have made? Meanwhile, you get on social media to tell everybody that you living good while you living on your friend couch and you live out of a garbage bag. In reality, is that the flex? Where's the flex? Marriage ain't the flex, so maybe it's all the foolishness you do. Hmm? Huh? Since marriage and being a woman and being feminine and coming back to our nature is not the flex. What is? Heading down to Jamaica to have some man you don't know that's been digging in a river of dirt all day, put them same fingers without washing them into your hoo-ha, and you film it and put it on social media. That's the flex. Because you had saved up enough money to catch a spirit flight one way down to Jamaica. Is that the flex? Hmm? Having to pay some man to caress you and slide raw bananas in and out your throat while he caress your armpit hair, and you got to pay him to do that because you ain't got no man at home that would give you sexual attention if all that you did was come over there and ask for it. That the flex. Just because you had enough money to pay for such a service that all the rest of the lionesses get for free, is that the flex? Being some of the lowest on the totem pole for women to get married, but the highest totem pole for divorces, is that the flex? Simultaneously having the highest rate of single motherhood and baby abortions, that's the flex? Maybe that's the flex. I done missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed the flex, y'all. Sorry. Because y'all hate families. Y'all hate togetherness. Y'all hate happiness between Black men and Black women and community. And y'all hate that. Go ahead, tell the truth, shame the devil, and get on up out of here. Because you would do everything but change for the better. You uphold every level of foolishness from the most innocuous to the most dangerous. I never seen a group of women so misled, so misguided, and so demonically inclined. Every prompting that Shaitan give you, you take. Every single one of them. To such a degree that you scoff at anything that even is remotely positive or godly. I never seen a group of women so demonic. Let me go to commercial break. I know it's late. And then I'll read the super chats. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Hello, my Crimsonites and all of my supporters. I invite you to go and get your copy of my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale now at crimsoncure.com. This is guaranteed to change your perspective and positively impact your life. So go ahead now to crimsoncure.com and get your copy today. So what I need you guys to do is go to crimsoncure.com, pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and Road to Recovery, on sale now. I don't know how many likes we need, but I know I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, All right, go ahead, hit the like button. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you so much, Steve, for your contribution, beloved. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Bakish, for your super sticker as well. Thank you so much, Miss Lou Casely. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Devon. Also, I appreciate you, Farrell. So I got to give her credit for speaking out against degeneracy. Basically, she is speaking pro-Black people on how the American Black people advocate degeneracy. Thank you so much, Lucky Lefty. Said blessings. Kendra, this brings back memories when I had a fallout with my older sister, female cousin's mom, and even my wife about a general statement in regard to a nuclear family structure. They all say the same thing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Annie, for your super sticker as well. Thank you, Miss Lou Cases, and thank you for speaking the truth. I appreciate all of your support, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Damien said, give them the hyena sound effect. Will do. Thank you, Opinionated. Say, yep, they hate family because they hate themselves. We'll give y'all the hyenas. Thank you, Tahir. Thank you so much. Said, make DNA testing mandatory and eliminate child support and alimony. Womb will be protected like Fort Knox. Exactly. They want somebody to think that they don't know how to do that. They know exactly how to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Steve. Said God's strong delusion is upon the people. Stay prayed up, my brother, and get strapped up and practice at the range. Stay safe. Thank you so much. What's trending? Said shout out to Unc. He is the envy of every man in America. Thank you so much. DDEC said, "Ooh, Lord, can you smell what the sisters cooking? Get them." And Hay says, "Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much." Thank you. Skinny Boy said, send to liberty, back to captivity. Yeah, that hyena's gone. Thank you, Kelvin said, thank you for your service. If every 10-year-old heard your message, we may actually have a chance. Thank you so much. Thank you, MIA. Says all about selfishness. Big says everything they do is for self. Thank you, self-actualized. I've been lacking on YouTube lately. Hey, Crimson, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, Stefan. Said, is there hope for any conscious red pill black men to get married and become fathers? There's hope. The vetting process is as strenuous as it has ever been. But it's there. Everything is there. Just because they loud don't mean lionesses don't exist. They exist. Thank you, Jeffrey. Said hyena bounty money and not the bounty money. Thank you, real life. Let's see. Thank you so much, Samuel. Said, dang, missed you again. Thank you, though. You're very welcome. And thank you. Thank you so much, Tommy, for the super sticker. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Saint Germain. Thank you, Afro Troops, that give us a smile. You can get a smile. Thank you, the King. Say, if if the King says something, you on it. I'll say it again. This live is an inferno. F of fire. Thank you so much. Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate you. Say, Kendra, my fellow Illinoisan. Cook County came out today. Listen, the roast be real. I don't think they know. Thank you, Big Earl. Say it's sad. 30 years ago, my mother said to hurry find a good woman because black women would become a plague on black men. She was right. Glad I listened. Thank you so much, Brother Abdul Alim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Johnny BX. Thank you so very much. Thank Thank you. What's a king to a god? So they really tried to call that elder a victim for being married at 14, but I bet some of those same hyenas lied to grown men about their age when they were teens. And thank you, Supreme 10 said, if Jesus can't save African American women, why are African American men trying so hard to save her? Forgive me for grouping it together, but I got to get back to what we're talking about. But thank you both. Thank you so very much. That's that age thing. That age thing so stupid. I couldn't even really deal with it because first of all, there was nothing. It's only a 4-year difference. And 4 years age difference is not no big deal. Nowhere. We raise our children differently. I'm not going to even get into that because people in the past had a better understanding of child development that this society has put more on laws and numbers for different reasons. People of the past understood that childhood ended with puberty. Childhood is the shortest developmental phase for human beings. It's short. You get about 10 years to be a kid. After puberty hit, you grown. Because once you can have a baby, you can no longer be a baby. And that has happened in cultures all across the world. Once you hit puberty, you are no longer considered to be a child and you are not considered to be incompetent. Soon as a girl had her period and hit puberty, she might have had a couple of years beyond that. And then her father and stuff like that was looking for a man to come marry her. And while we never necessarily had arranged marriages as a part of Black culture, we definitely had courtship. So if one family knew another family and all that kind of stuff, and he had a 13, 14, 15-year-old daughter, she ready. What you want her to do? Because once she done hit puberty and all that thing done get hot, what you want her to do? She done learn how to cook. She done learn how to clean. She done been under the tutelage of her father, so she understand system, order, and structure. She understand how men operate, and she done understood work. She done helped raise her siblings and kids and all. She already know what to do. The only thing left is for her to live life with a man. Cause what I promise you is you're not gonna sashay around here with your breasts growing out and you know what I'm saying, you're curved up and all that kind of stuff. But you're a woman. You are a woman. And it's time for you to have your own family and have your own man. And there was a young man that wasn't but a few years older than her. She didn't have to go with no 30, 40, 50-year-old man at 14, 15. He was 15, 16, 17 right along with her. He knew how to work. He knew how to earn a living. He knew how to build stuff. He knew how to be a man. My daddy left his house at 13 years old and never went back. He was 13. My father left home for good, not for play. "13 years old, he was gone. He was living with his grandmama. He told her, I can't do what you said no more. I love you, grandma, big mama. But I'm a man now. I can't take it anymore. I'm not gonna do what you say. You can't tell me what to do no more. I'm not gonna listen. And rather than stay here and disrespect you, I'd rather go head on. I know how to make it. He had been working since he was 6. So I'm gone. Grandma, I love you. Left the state. Do you understand me? He said before he left the state, he 14, he had done went and got a house. Okay. My daddy was born in Hollow Spring, Mississippi. Now I got a house. He said he was about 14 years old, 14, 15 years old. Said it was a girl, lived around, and she was about 17. He said and she was the finest thing he ever saw. He went over there and got her. Told her daddy, I'll take care of her. I can take care of her. Send her with me. I got a place to stay and everything. He said, I got somewhere to put her. He said, now the relationship only lasted, a couple of years or whatever. And, he said he was ready to leave the state and she didn't want to go. She didn't want to leave her family and she was scared. He said, all I did was take her back to her daddy. He said, I want to go. She don't want to go. But I'm not going to stay here. I'm gone. She don't want to go with me. He said, I brought her back to her daddy. He said, I went on head on. By the time he was 19, he was in Chicago. And that's where he was at, and that's where he stayed. Making it on his own. Working, doing what he gotta do. Being a man. He ain't never go back to his mama house and his grandmama house and he couldn't make it and all that kind of stuff. Whatever he went through. He just went through it. That was his thinking. I'm a man. I'll get out the other side of it. I'll make it. And if I don't, oh well. That was just my daddy. He's the same generation, the boomers and silent. No, they silent. He was a boomer. But that was even my husband. He said I left the house at 13. Well gone. Ain't look back. Didn't go back. I know how to make it. Because I ain't gonna do what they say. They can't tell me what to do. That was men. Nobody can't tell me what to do no more. I'm not under nobody's thumb. So once I don't be under nobody's thumb no more, I gotta be a man now. And when he told me that, I didn't blink because that was my daddy's story. And the women was the same. My grandmama had 11 children. She was only in her 40s when she had my mama. Her oldest kids was grown and having kids of their own. Do you understand that? My grandmama was about 14 when she got her first husband and man and kids. That's how old she was. My grandmama was greatest generation. She about 13, 14 or so. On up out of mama house, went to a man. Y'all running around here talking about folks' brain ain't fully developed till they 25. Like, if y'all don't knock that off. We used to know when you were grown. But y'all don't like no family. Y'all don't like no family. Y'all hate family. Y'all hate the black family. Y'all hate it. You hyenas. Y'all hate the black family. You hate anything that come out of it. You hate anything good that come out of it. Let me read the rest of these super chats. Thank you, Mr. Enigma. Said the back feet are extra tender today. Keep cooking. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Simon said, good evening. Good evening to you as well. Thank you, Anthony. Said, salute. You was truly cooking today with facts, and all this week you've been on point with the lessons. Still giving facts of what age is truly adult age. And a lot of people have a hard time understanding. Flowers to you this week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Elder being said my father left home at 15. Yeah. Them old men, them daddies and granddaddies and stuff like that, man, they ain't stick around, man. Look, I know how to hunt, shoot, drive, build a house, farm. Hey, what I'm over here for? Ain't that what make a man? That's how they figured it. I'm already a man. Look what I'm doing. I already know how to do stuff. Thank you to Renzo. Said salute to that man for being able to pick an untouched flower, replant and regrow it, regrow with it. As most people these days don't know what purity is. A wish I once had picking my first flower. Thank you so much. Thank you, J. Jermaine. Say you cooking today. Thank you. And thank you, R.O. said WS is designed so much as to ensure almost 100% that black folks don't own nothing, control nothing, teach nothing, produce nothing, not even children outside of WS provision and or permission. And that's facts. That's facts. And when you come and tell them that that's what's going on with you and we got to change, when we start talking about biology, culture, and environment, bioculturons, value systems, and how we have to examine them and then work to change so that our circumstances and outcomes can change, then that's when folks start tuning out. That's when folks start tuning out. When we start talking about how low we have stooped as a group of people, this is when you get folks calling names. Not only do they call pick me, but they'll start calling you a coon and all that kind of stuff because you don't want for Black people to identify themselves with all the foolishness and have that be representative of us. When we start saying don't do that. Now, that's not to say ain't no such thing as coons and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But they'll start talking about how you done sold out when you start talking about how we need to switch it around and change how we view stuff and how our mindset and our outlook and our approach to things. Thank you, Adrian. Say KS used to talk a lot about the culture and problem of prolonged adolescence. It's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem. Because a 14-year-old of today, certainly not a 14-year-old of 100 years ago. See, you can't marry your 14-year-old girl off today because the way in which the culture and the society goes, she's not ready. She's not ready for that. But 100 years ago, 14-year-old girl runs circles around these grown women. A 14-year-old 100 years ago runs circles around these women on womanhood and what it takes to be a woman. Will run her ragged. Thank you, Miss Yanisa said 7, I learned to cook. By 13, I knew how to administer a whole entire house. Clean, wash, iron, etc. I'm your generation, 44. Yeah, we was the last generation, really, Yanisa. We was the last generation. We really the last of the Mohicans, baby. Thank you, J. Jermaine said Black folk think telling the truth is white people talk. That's a whole different can of worms right there. Because by 7 to 8, we was mopping and cleaning houses. We knew how to do that. By 9, 10 years old, why you ain't in the kitchen learn how to cook? That's what the little cooking set was for when you were 5. Remember the little cooking set? You were 4, 5 years old with the fake cooking set. You couldn't tell me nothing about a cooking set. You couldn't tell me nothing about having a little kitchen set. You be in that little kitchen set, getting it going in there with that little fake food. Get in trouble because you trying to really put water in the little sink. And the little sink don't hold no water. So you done got in trouble because it's wet now. By the time I was like 12 or so, 11, 12 years old, I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner. She had been training me for 2 years. Mama would go to sleep. She would prep that stuff. And she go in there and lay down. And it better not burn. Season it when it's time to season. Get this stuff out of. That's how I learned how to cook that. Do it with your eyes closed. By the time you 14, 15 years old, I was raising kids. Stop playing with me. I was raising kids. Doing laundry, had a whole system going on in the house. I'm gonna check these cash apps. Thank you, Sir O HDCC TP Russo. I'm gonna say that. QL. I'm expecting y'all to know who y'all are. Expansion. Nas. VI. King. And SM. I'm trying not to say y'all government name. But thank you all for your cash apps. I appreciate them as well. I try to remember to say them for the end of every show. But listen, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.